So let's proceed with our fourth step, that is taking the screenshot of the result. So as you can see, we have to take the screenshot of this particular result. So that is our next step. So let me define our step here under the task cell. We just take the screenshot of result. So this is our step that we have to perform next. So since you can see it is actually an undefined keyword, we have to define this keyword so that the robot can take the screenshot whenever this keyword is being called. Let me create a keyword cell here. Keyword. Now just copy this keyword name. Okay. Now you have to make your this keyword functional so that whenever robot call this, the robot can take the screenshot of this particular result that we need. So for taking the screenshot of a particular UI element, there is a keyword called screenshot, which actually helps to take the screenshot of the particular UI element. You can see that which is coming under RPA.browser library. This is actually the keyword that we are going to use to take the screenshot of that particular UI element. So if you click here, you can see you have to provide two arguments to the screenshot keyword. One is the locator, that is the locator of the UI element which you need to take screenshot. Second is the file name, in which file name you can save it, or otherwise it will save in a default file name with a given timestamp in a PNG format, or you can provide your own file name. Okay, so let's provide the keyword here, that is screenshot keyword. For providing any keyword, we have to provide it after 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Copy this one here. Screenshot. Now you have to pass two arguments. One is locator, other is file name. So locator is the like how you can locate this UI element. So similarly that we have done for other keywords like input text and click button, you can use XPath to locate this UI element. For writing the XPath, just click on inspect, then again click on inspect. Yeah, so you need this as a screenshot here, the indicator element as a screenshot here. So now you need to write the XPath for this. For that, you can use Ctrl plus F. Then you can use class attribute. Okay. Now you can write the XPath, relative XPath for this UI element. Okay. Now you can see that it is always indicating this. Now irrespective of what text it is being present in this particular UI element. Okay. So let me copy this and paste it as an argument to this screenshot keyword. Now you need to pass the file name by which it should get saved. Okay, so the file name should be what? Actually, the file name you can pass it as. So you can pass the file name here. So file name you can pass it as a file path, like as a file path you can pass it. So where you need to save it. So since you need to save it in this workflow folder itself, we can pass the file name as like this. Dir this is actually represent the current directory dash and the file name. The file name is result.png. Okay. So here, what does this screenshot keyword is doing? It will actually take the screenshot of this particular UI element identified by its locator, and then it will save it in this particular path with the file name as result.png. So that's what this screenshot activity will do. Okay. So after taking this screenshot, what is the next step? So the next step is we have to close the browser. So for closing the browser, there is a one more keyword which is known as close browser keyword, which is coming under rpa.browser library. For that, you can specify a step under the data entry task as close the RPA challenge website. Okay, so this is your step. So under this step, what you have to perform, you have to close the browser. So for that, you can use you like you can use this close browser keyword. So first, what you have to do, you have to define this keyword. So for define this keyword, let me create a keyword set. Now under this, you can specify the keyword name like this. Okay. Now under this, you can specify close browser so that it will close the currently active browser. Let me copy this one here and put the keyword after 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now it will actually close the browser. Okay. So now by this we had actually completed our work. So let's run it and see whether our robot works fine or not. Okay. So let me just click on restart and see whether our robot works fine or not. So it is doing the data entry operation. Closed. Now let me just refresh and you can see you get the screenshot and you can see it actually save the screenshot. It has a file name of result.png in the current workflow folder and you can see the screenshot like this. Okay. So from this we can see that we are able to develop a bot which actually do the data entry RPA challenge successfully. And by doing this RPA challenge using Robocop, you get to learn how to do a simple browser automation and how to do a simple Excel automation and how to deal with HTTP request activity to download a file for my particular URL. Also, you see how you can define a variable and how to use a for each loop. Okay, so hope you like this video, and if you like this video, please subscribe for more updates. Thank you.